My name is Christina. I'm known as Journals and Stitches here on Flosstube. I usually live in Sweden. For now, I'm working abroad, and I just want to say a very warm welcome to anyone who is new, and a very gracious and thankful welcome back to anyone who is returning. It is currently really hot here where I am, and very windy, so I hope you don't hear too much of the wind, and the AC is on because otherwise I would die. Do I need to tell you anything else? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, let's get into it. So I have my notes here. And okay, so we will do as we usually do. We will start with stats. I have worked on 5 projects this month. 4 of those are whips. 1 is a new start. I have not finished anything. And in total, I have done, as far as I can count, 5,253 stitches. That's it. So let's talk about the new start. So this is what it will look like when it's finished. It is called Bowser. The designer is Tidy Patterns. It is done on 11 count opalescent Ada, I think. And it is done with 3 strands. I am now using fairy floss because of my haul, which I'll talk about later. And I did 835 stitches so far, and I am now at 7.58%. So it's not a big pattern. It's super easy to stitch. The big chunk that I've done is in the name. So I did B-O-W, and I'm still working on some of the lighter colors, and then I'll go in with the black. So let me show you what I've done. And this fabric piece is huge, so I want to get the name done so I know where to cut it down to size. And this, okay, like so. This is what I have gotten done so far. And there is a blue that needs to come in here and down here. Once that is in, I will go and do all the black around each letter and continue on for the other half of his name. And then I can cut all this fabric a little more down to size, which will be nice when stitching on it. Okay, so that's the new start. I don't have any finishes, but when we get to plans, I hope I will have some next month. Okay, next we'll talk about Tour de France. Every year, for a few years now, the absolutely lovely Laura over at I Stitch Birds, she will be linked in the description box down below. She hosts a series of challenges that is connected to the 3 big bike challenges here in Europe. First, you have the Italian one, which is Giro d'Italia. Then you have the Tour de France, which was now. And then you have La Vuelta, which is in Spain. And these I have not participated in before, but I wanted to participate this year to get some work done on some of the patterns, and I have chosen to do that with Wolf's Glasses this is what it will look like when finished. And to explain it how Laura explains it, the challenge is that for every kilometer they bike, you make 1 stitch. So if they bike 48 kilometers for that stage, that's how many stitches you make. If you want to do with miles, there's a conversion for that. If you would rather do work on a chart that you can't count stitches, Laura explains, well, you can do it with time. And I don't exactly remember how many stitches per hour or 10 minutes or something she gives as a suggestion, but it's pretty much, it's up to you what you want to do. If 1 hour equals 100 stitches, then you have a rough estimate, but it's up to you. And I think Laura explains the whole time thing a lot better, so go check out her channel and her explanation of how to do it. And the total, and I do it as the number of kilometers because I'm a European, so here in Europe, everything is the metric system, which is awesome. So the total number of kilometers, which I have to thank Laura for, she does all the maths and calculations and everything, so it's all on her. And the total is 3,318 kilometers, meaning the same amount in stitches. I did a little bit more than that. I did 3,389 stitches, and I am now at 42.85%, which is awesome. And I am really enjoying this pattern. It is a lovely, lovely stitch. And yeah, I really like it. And this, I do have some threads hanging off of it, but this is where I'm at now. I have been working a lot, like from the middle and up. So pretty much all of this is new, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I think this is looking amazing, and I'm going to continue working up as far as I can go. Take up this side. I'll have to move the hoop a little bit, I think, to really be able to do the whole side here like I've done here. And then just move up and do his ears, and we'll have a finish. But yeah, it's really nice. So that is that. Okay. Then we can talk about the whips. So first whip we can talk about is Fantasy Books. This is what it will look like finished. It is charted by Tilts and Crafts. The artist is First Class Digital Designs. It's done on a 28 count gray even weave. Nothing special, and I'm doing it 1/1 full cross, and in total so far this month I have done 1,029 stitches, and I am at 1.14% because I am not stitching the background, which is all white. And this is where we're at. So I've been focusing on doing one book at a time. So if you can see here, there is the outline of a moon coming in, and you can sort of see, if I go like this, you can see here, there's a lot of like the scroll work on the outside edges of the book. And here it will eventually say Book of Stars. And you can kind of maybe tell there's text going to be there, but you can't read it yet. It's supposedly, when you look at it from afar in the pattern, you can read it. In the mock-up you can, so yeah. And this is really confetti heavy, so yeah. not something to do when you are tired. Ask me how I know that. Okay, and next we have Epic Pokemon Gen 1. This is the extended max color version. And I have done some digging because some other people I know wanted to know the information. And so I did some digging and checking, and the original artwork or the original pattern comes from Lord Libidin. You can get it for free on his page. Just go there. You can find it as a PDF. All good. Now, I wanted the max color version because I don't think some of the colors are really correct. So if you go and sign up on the Facebook group called Pokemon Stitchers, you can join their group, and in the file section you can find the extended max color version. Now, if I can remember correctly, the original max color version was done by Georgi Vida, and it has since been improved upon by Sam Bakotic. I'm not entirely certain that's the case, but those are the ones I could find in the files list without going too far back, because these are old patterns and there is a lot of free charts in that group, in that section. So yeah, but I will give credit to where credit is due, and those are the names I could find. And this is what it will look like finished. And I've taken it out of the hoop because I have moved it. And kind of from what I can gather, because I do have to guess a little bit, because on the final version of this pattern, they have removed the background, which is great if you want to put it on like a hand-dyed fabric, but when you're counting stitches, it's not so great. But my best guess is that I have done at least 1,150 stitches out of 141,000, or I did 1,150 stitches this month. It's done a 25 count even weave. All the Pokemon are now done 1/1 full cross, and the background I have converted so it is done 2/1 tent stitch. And you can't really tell the difference in the background. You could tell if I did like the Pokemon in half cross when they've been done in full cross before. I could notice a difference, so I just decided only the background would be half cross. So it goes faster when there's so much of it. So this is what I have done so far. I worked on filling in the background from somewhere over here. So all this is done, moved it along. All this is done. It was a lot. I did it one strand background, one strand Pokemon, and back and forth, back and forth. I completely filled in Dragonite, and I have completely filled in, oh, I don't remember now the name of this Pokemon, but this one is also now complete. Mew is absolutely complete with the exception of one freaking stitch up here, but I'll do that later. I have decided, I had some hanging threads here, I worked them in, so I did a little bit of work on Eevee. Jinx is coming in here. Snorlax, you can see kind of coming in here. and I decided I was going to work on Articuno, and Mew will be kind of up here, hanging. So yeah. So that's where this one is at. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. It looks really, really good. Love it. Want it done though, but it's a big piece. Okay. And next we have Cartoon Town. This is a stamped kit from Mona Lisa. This is what it will look like when finished-ish. I'm doing it on 11 count Ada. I'm doing it on 11 count Ada using the provided floss, which is their silk floss. It's actually rayon and it's completely fine. I have started to use a bar of soap to condition it, and that's working really great. Since I have to wash it later anyway, it's all good. And I'm using 3 strands over 1 full cross, and it's still in the hoop. So I will insert a photo here of where it's at now. I don't think I did a whole lot this month, but I've done some. And this particular pattern I am doing as a SAL with the lovely Nessa over at Cross Stitching with Nessa. She will also be linked down below. Go check her out. Yeah. And that is actually all the patterns I have worked on this month. So I've been on vacation, and well, that's not technically an excuse, but I was on vacation, so I think that's why my stitch count was down a bit this month. Okay, next section we have haul. I do have some haul. Mainly I have bought like a few patterns. I will show them here. Various patterns. They are like pixelated artworks or fan art and icons and whatnot from the Warhammer 40k or Warhammer universe. My son is a real fan of this universe, so I decided I happen to have some perforated paper, both 14 count and 18 count, and I want to use these patterns as an experiment on the perforated paper that I have to see what I like, what I prefer. I've worked on perforated paper 14 count before with the Mill Hill kits, but this would be something not Mill Hill related, so it's not that type of paper, or it's not their particular paper. And also the 18 count fabric or 18 count paper is very interesting. I want to try it out, and I don't want like this huge piece to try out on it. I would rather start relatively small. So those are those. And I got one piece of black work, and this is the piece. And I have been really wanting to try black work patterns, and this one I have been looking at for a really long time because it's pretty nerdy. And with this you get a free set of other tees that are not so nerdy but also really funny. One of them is Invisibility, and it's literally just the name of the tea, and that's it. I find that hilarious. So I got those also. Now, I also did place an order with Dream Stitch, and I got 4 things. 3 are quite boring. One was 32 count even weave, so I can cut that out, dye it, and I plan on using that for my birthday start, which will be the Golden Kite pattern that I got called Stormtrooper 2 or Trooper 2 or whatever. But I'm going to cut out a lot of the black background because that's a bit too boring for me. And then I also got a 22 count fabric that it was listed as like Korean something, but it's plain white 22 count, super crunchy fabric. But I'm guessing if I were to dye it or like scrunch it up and mess with it enough, it would soften up. So it's fine. And the last boring bit of haul is I actually did get a full master set of the fairy floss. It was cheaper to order through Dream Stitch than through Fairy Floss directly. Don't ask me why or how, it just is. And if you are to purchase said kit, like Master said, it comes like this. You get a huge bag, and in this bag are smaller bags, you can see here, with the floss in them. Yeah, so you can see here like the DMC numbers. Yep. And I'm using this with my Bowser because since these are new, I can still use them in 1 meter lengths. So I can have 3 strands of like super long floss, which means it takes longer before I have to actually get new floss. If I do it with my master set that I have here, that is a mix of DMC and fairy floss that I have in Flosspacks in accordance with the guide from Krys at Cross Stitch Meadow, also linked below. Go check out his channel. He's really nice. He's very soothing to watch and listen to. So. And his floss packs are amazing. I love them. They're the best thing ever. Thank you so much for the idea, Krys. Yeah. Anyway, I also got, they offer you can buy some hand-dyed, or, well, they are, hand-dyed fabric. It's 14 count. Each piece is 50 by 70 centimeters, and you don't get to choose the color. You just put in how many pieces do you want. And I decided I'll get 5 and we'll see what we get. And these are what I got. So first we have this one. It's like yellow orange with green, like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Very, very nice. Okay. And then this pinky corally with some orange. That's pretty good. Yeah. Very pretty. And a green one. I think they gave me like all different colors, which is really cool. Like, thank you. They're super modeled Very nice. This one is more green than what's showing up. Kind of mutes it a little bit. It's like, it's okay. But it's a very nice green. And another one that is kind of along the lines as the other pink, but this one is more orange. Also mixed in. So you can see here, for example, there is some orange in it, but this one is like orange with pink tones instead. And last but not least, I have this beautiful blue, pale blue and like purpley color. Like so. Very pretty. Yeah. And I'm thinking I happen to still, after I did Gone to Pieces with the silks, I have some left. And I'm wondering if maybe I can use this and do the black work using this variegated floss from Karen Water Lilies on this fabric. I think that looks really nice together. But I do also have like this green that goes to purple called Umbria. That could also be pretty on one of these. Yeah, I really don't need to start it anytime soon, but yeah, it was something when I saw it, I'm like, oh, you know, that could work. As you do, like, ooh, I could do this, I could do that, I can do this pattern, and then you start to get really excited, and you're like, ooh, I need to start all the things, and I'm going to try and not start anything just yet. I have enough patterns here on the go, so let's move on to plans. And first we can talk about August. So in August, this one goes super fast. So I want to work on this one and hopefully maybe get it finished. And we have another challenge at the end that starts at the end of August. So this will be coming out again, Wolf with Glasses, for the La Vuelta biking challenge. So that'll get worked on some more. And the other patterns I want to work on is this one. I haven't touched it so far. It is Rebel. I'll show you here what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. The artwork is from Karen Hallion, and I have this on a large piece of fabric because I would like to do a lot more of these same types of pieces on the same fabric and just have like a big poster of them. And you will have Princess Leia coming in here. The background will be 2/1 half cross, the black in 1/1 full cross. No, the black is 2/1 full cross, and Princess Leia herself will probably do her 1/1 full cross. And there are some, it'll be interesting because there are some quarter stitches or like half stitches and whatnot, but I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. And the last piece I will work on is Words to Live By. This is also a piece I would like to get finished next month. I just need to get this gone. I'm working on this square here. And I think the saying is today is a good day to have a good day. Yeah, and then there are some other squares that go all along the sides, as you can see. Yeah. And those are the ones I will work on. If I want to, maybe I will work on Cartoon Town also. That is always an option. Until it's finished, of course. But that is what I'm looking at working for now. I have one other plan that I have kind of set, and that is in September. My BFF, Suzanne, who is over at her channel, which is Spinning Yarns Designs. She streams usually every day. Her birthday is in September, and I have given her most of the fancy floss, beads, and whatnot that she will need to make a pattern from Tutu Stitch or Tutu Studios or whatever. That is called Pride and Prejudice. I will let her show everything on her channel. She did an unboxing of my gift yesterday. If you want to check it out, it's over on her channel. And she is going to work on that, or start that, in the month of her birthday, of course. So I told her, well, since that's pretty much like a chatelaine, and I happen to have a chatelaine with me here, I will work on my chatelaine when she works on that pattern. And that'll be part of my whip list and focus for September. And so the chatelaine I will be working on is this one. It's for my sister, and it is called Japanese Garden. Just Japanese Garden mandala, probably at the end. Usually all of them have it. But Japanese Garden is the one I will do, and I will show you how far I've gotten next month when I show you everything else I'll work on in September, and we can spin the wheel and see what we'll work on. So yeah. Okay. Do I have anything else? No. I have nothing else on my list. Yeah. So with that, yeah. With that, I will love you and leave you. Bye for now. I hope to see you again next month on the 1st. And at the end, I will post a photo of me because this dress, I made it. And I'm quite happy with it. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And I will insert a photo at the end of the video here of me actually standing and showing it off. So with that, bye for now, guys. See you next month. Stay safe where you are. Stay hydrated if it's hot where you are. Stay warm if it's cold. And